So we got an RB20 out of my old 31 wagon that I'm building to put in a Cefiro. Got a lot of stuff for it, like high mount manifolds, new turbos and stuff. We'll go through all of that shit once we are putting it into the engine, but at the moment, splitting the gearbox, getting the loom off, putting it on the engine stand, getting ready to pull it all the way down so we can send the head and the block off to get both machined and honed and the head mating surfaces faced, and then we'll start putting it back together with some cool stuff.
Gearbox off, looms off.
Yeah.
What, just about ready to mount her up?
Yeah. The flywheel was very had a hard life. That's going to need machined, and I'm going to have to get a clutch as well.
So we got the flywheel bolts out. Won't mention how we did it, but
it was a bit dodgy,
one way or another.
but it did come out, so that's fine. We're getting new bolts and everything for putting it back together, so it's not a big deal.
Just touch less if you can. Yeah, that'll do it, I reckon.
RB20 on stamp.
Now the hard part. It's gonna kind of dummy up
Yeah, so we're just dummying up the high mount to see if it'll work.
kind of looking like
Probably
possibly not.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm calling it now. It's not gonna. Oh.
No.
Nah.
No go. Probably a bit because of the internal gate. But I mean, I could always take that off. But even without that, I reckon that would still be pretty fucking close to not fitting. Alright, so high mount manifold for RB20. It was made for obviously high mount turbos. This is not a high mount turbo because high mount turbos are externally gated, as this one also has the external gate port on it. So I'm just going to be blanking off the external gate port and running an internal gate turbo on a high mount, which honestly doesn't do anything. It's just a bit more fuck around. But I wanted internal gate. Then, so the manifold, I also had to adjust the manifold. As you can see here, it's a bit chunky welding. The welder at work wasn't working perfect, but it did good enough. It was actually an angle like this, like I chopped a good like 30 odd degrees out in a wedge and then bent that down, welded this fucking weird little brace back on and re-welded it there so that I can actually get the clearance between my wastegate actuator and the rocker cover. It didn't really take too long, maybe like an hour, and yeah, now gotta have a high mount, low mounted turbo. So this is my 98 Nissan Cefiro. It's haggard as fuck, but I got a lot of parts for it, like putting new bushes and everything all around. I'm kind of just building it as kind of mid to high level car off the bat, so hopefully I don't have to upgrade too much stuff. So BC coil's ready to go in. Everything like cast arm mounts to LCAs has all been braced. LCAs are extended, braced and notched. It's already caged. I've got seats coming for it. The RB20 will be going in this. Intercoolers are coming, cast arms are coming. Yeah, wheels are coming. Everything's still on its way or in transit. I've got like parts literally everywhere. But yeah, so we're gonna put basically the front end together, maybe a bit the rear end, hopefully get it rolling, and then yeah, we'll go from there.
So what we're doing in here, essentially, well, we're doing the tie rods, tie rod ends. We've also got the good old GK Tech rack end spacer with the little slip-on thing too, which it's getting the spacer and the slip-on both sides. So should have lock for days, presumably.
Yep.
Yeah, plus then we can just run standard S13 tie rod ends and rack ends. So that way, if I break something, it's cheaper to fix than extended. So
Cheap parts.
yeah.
And these are the hub and knuckle. And who did the knuckles for you, Jordan?
P-knuckles, so Phil Branson.
There you go.
Looking like a snack in here. So this is pretty much done apart from the calipers.
So yeah, we need to run the calipers and we need to run just the engine bay hardline delete kit as well, because I bought it because I wanted a new rear brake line, because the guy who had this car before me put an inline rear hydro, whereas I'm doing dual caliper standalone system. And so I bought it because I thought it replaced the whole rear line. It doesn't. It just does it to the little T-piece just on this inside the engine bay. So I still need to organise something for a rear line, whether I just get one made or something, I don't know, but that's another day. So today we'll just get this front end rolling, pull it forward, get all the coils in, just keep chipping away and yeah, get this thing done. Fucking looking pretty good so far.
So this is the brand new BCs, the N-style braided lines.
Yeah.
What kind of knuckles are they?
P-knuckles. So someone local in SA here makes them. Phil Branson, his name is. He makes these modded stock S13 knuckles.
And you got the
GK Tech 5-stud hubs for S13s.
And then they're what, GTR calipers?
These are R32 GTR calipers. Haven't been painted or anything like that yet. I'll go through and neaten everything up eventually, but
this is just a
it's
mock-up
just to get it rolling,
to get the car moving.
Try and make an event, do a shakedown, then I can always come back and neaten stuff up. So just getting the itch to drive again. So yeah,
Either way, looking
cheap brakes and everything for now, but this is like
enough money spent as it is.
Yeah, that's it. We're pretty deep.
Where do you stop?
So that'll be more or less the finished product here. Boy, them lines.
Fresh. This is what's left of the actual car that the RB20's out of, that the rebuild's happening of. Not a whole lot left. Radiator support and everything's been cut just to make getting the motor out easy enough. But pretty much scrap at this point. Killer. Finished product.
Yeah, so
Far from finished,
this
but
is where we got to today. So basically the whole front end's together. Steers now. Obviously none of this is attached properly yet. This is all just a
zip tie job.
yeah, it's just sitting there. But front end and front brakes is all done. Don't need to touch them again, thank goodness. And yeah, just I'm so happy with how far it's come, like from just seeing
From
all
this
the,
morning to now,
yeah,
it's
seeing all the stuff I've had and been like collecting and paying all this fucking money to get done. See it actually go in the car. It's yeah, really crazy. Keen to do the rear end and get that motor finished, drop it in, and yeah, it should be fucking good.
plenty more to
Hopefully,
come.
Couple months we'll be driving.
Yeah.